These are the Bonawe Iron Works at Taynuilt in Argyll and Bute. They were first opened in 1753 and continued until 1876. The reason they were placed here was the plentiful amounts of charcoal could be made from the oak woodlands. This is the blowing house here. First they used leather bellows, later it was replaced by a more efficient cast iron structure. It was powered using a water wheel. This would blow the air to smelt the iron, which then came out of here and poured into moulds which were called pig iron. The pig iron was then taken down to Cumbria, where it was further processed. The iron itself had come from places like Cumbria in the first place, so it come here by ship. So thanks to the large amounts of oak woodlands that were here. Behind us here, this mound is the slag that came off the top of that's the impurities from the ironwork. This is the pit where the water wheel stood that powered the bellows and the mill race that ran away from it, taking the water away down to the lake, the loch. These buildings were used for storing the iron ore and the charcoal. They could then be taken down to the charging house, which ran into the furnace itself. The ironworks had its own quay on the loch so that the pig iron could be exported and the charcoal brought in locally, the iron ore brought up from Cumbria. This is the charging house where the materials, the charcoal and the iron, were barreled across and then tipped into the top of the furnace. So this was a continuous process, and the pig iron was drawn from below. These two internally huge stores were for the charcoal, whilst this somewhat smaller one was for the iron ore. Down here were the offices and accommodation. And here again we have the wheel pit. There's another view of the iron ore storage sheds. Here's the charging house again. Here's the second of the large storage buildings for the charcoal, which was made from not just the local oak but also the birch as well. Bonawe was also known as Lorn, so the quay or jetty down the loch is known as Lorn Quay. Another very important product here was Cannonballs. In 1 year alone they made 42,000. It is so important that a military road was built to connect this with the outside world. Here are some pieces of pig iron still lying here. So another name used for here was Lorn, so the Lorn Furnaces. And these are the workmen who paid for the world's first Nelson Memorial, which stands above the village itself. That's dated to 1805. This tranquil spot is Lorn Quay, where the charcoal and the iron ore was imported for the blast furnaces, and where the pig iron could be exported.